Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K13 My Career gameplay with Denny Tice. And someone who we do not have in this episode is Grievous Vasquez. And you know why we don't have him? Because we traded him. All of the complaining to the GM, all the complaining in these live comms that had nothing to do with the trade, still went through. We traded Vasquez for Brandon Bass and a second round pick in next year's draft. And the second round picks are basically worth nothing, so I don't really care about them. So basically, we traded Brandon Bass for Vasquez straight up, and I'm really happy about that. I mean, first of all, I don't have much competition at point guard. Not that it's worrying me. And look at this nice alley-oop to start off the game. But the only point guard on the roster is Austin Rivers. But besides that, you know, Brandon Bass is a shooter, and that's all I need on the floor. All I need on the floor is shooters, all right? I'll say it one more time since, well, this is the last time I'm going to say it about Vasquez since he's gone. He's not a bad player. He just has too similar of a playstyle like me as far as the pass first thing, and we don't need that. We need guys like Brandon Bass. Look at him. He's just immediately pulling the trigger. He's got a beautiful mid-range shot, and he knocks it down again. So that's what I like to see. He's like Jason Smith with that mid-range shot. You know, maybe except a little bit better. Look at him. He's got some passing in his arsenal. Passing it to Robin Lopez, getting the and-1. And this isn't the first game I'm playing with Brandon Bass. The first game I played was against the Nets. And I know I said I was going to live com the Nets game, but for some reason my laptop shut off midway during the third quarter while I actually was doing the live com. So that file got deleted, unfortunately. So I couldn't bring that one. But we won that game anyways. Wasn't that close. And then we played like two games after that, and then this game against the Suns here, and this game was kind of tough. First of all, we're on like a 20-game winning streak. We're on a huge winning streak. Might even be 21 or something, I'm not sure. So, you know, we got in this game against the Suns, and then the next video I got a game against the Wizards, which was also a tough game. And the Suns, you know, they're a really cheesy ass team in 2K. I think I covered that from last season. As Robin Lopez, he's having a pretty big game. He gets another and-1 finish there with Gortat, and there's Denny getting the steal. Austin Rivers getting a few more minutes since Vasquez is gone, and then Bass. Oh, Brandon Bass, there wasn't really much of minutes changing. Brandon Bass just took all of Vasquez's minutes straight up, but I feel like I see Austin Rivers on the court a little bit more, which is good, you know. I'd rather see Austin Rivers on the court than Bass because Rivers actually shoots the ball. He plays like a shooting guard pretty much. And there, speaking of shooting guards, there's my main shooting guard, Eric Gordon, pulling it up. He's been a little bit shaky lately, but, you know, I'm still working with him. I'm still working with Iggy, still working with Anthony Davis. And speaking of them, someone asked me why I didn't try to go for big stars in the trade. Why I went for, like, guys who rated, like, 70 overall. And it's two things behind that. One, I didn't want one of the big guys in our team getting traded because I love our team with Anthony Davis, Iggy, and Eric Gordon. I feel like we have a tremendous core as Aminu misses the oop. He's not part of the core. If he got traded for someone pretty good, I wouldn't be that mad. But he's still alright though. But yeah, I wanted to keep that core. So I asked for somebody higher. Like, let's say I asked for Ray Allen. They might trade Eric Gordon for Ray Allen. I don't know how 2K works, and I don't want to find out. But that seems to be the way that could work out, you know? And or I'd ask for like Carmelo Anthony or LeBron James, you know what I mean? So I decided, you know, just keep it low, just find a good role player because we already have 4 really good players. Just find someone who could play a role. That's all we need. And Brandon Bass is playing that role. Look at, that might have been Ed Davis actually. That's not Brandon Bass. That's still Ed Davis. Look at that nonsense. I tried to pass it to Ed Davis with a little swing pass, and I ended up swinging it back to myself. So I got mad and stripped Jermaine O'Neal here, who's still playing. Then we passed it up to Eric Gordon, who dunks all over Grogic there. But yeah, so I just asked for a few role players there, nobody too big, and we got a role player. So I'm happy about the way the trade went down. And I mean, it's not like we needed the trade absolutely because we were still winning without the trade. We only lost 3 games, including 2 against the one team, the Thunder, as I pick up my 3rd foul here, and I had to sit down a little bit because of that. Pretty dumb foul. I was reaching like an idiot. But anyways, I think they're in the penalty now, so. But that's just, I don't know, lately when I've been playing 2K, it seems like the other team is always in the penalty. I don't know why. As Brandon Bass gets the, he doesn't finish it, but he goes to the free throw line. I'm liking what Brandon Bass is doing, you know. I haven't fully gotten used to playing with Brandon Bass. I still need a few more games to get used to it as I put somebody in there. I think Shannon Brown. But, you know, I'm starting to build up the repertoire with him. You know, I'm starting to learn where to give him the ball. Like, right there, I can give him the ball right there, and he pulls it up. So, that's that. And during the broken live com, I was like trying to figure it out for forever. It's kind of funny, but I don't have that, unfortunately. And here I'm trying to beat the buzzer and the 3rd quarter, and that's what we do. Taking the lead right back. Tyson, the Hornets, in danger of losing this huge winning streak. We want to try to win against these Suns, so Hopefully we can pull that out, man. Look at this. They leave Denny Tice wide open behind the three-point line. What are you doing? I think it's Jermaine O'Neal, Shannon Fry, one of them. I don't know. I don't really care. But whoever did just left them wide open. And there's Shannon Brown. He's got that pull-up trigger for whatever reason in this game. Between him and Michael Beasley, I don't know why. Look at Beasley getting the and one finish here. Oh, god damn, man. I mean, I feel like we have the ability to pull away. We just need them to miss a few shots. That's all we need. And speaking of missing a few shots, that's a good one to miss. That's a free throw, and that means that's 2 points the other way, because Eric Gordon's always going to get that down, right? So, we're still in a scrappy little fight here. And, yeah. So, the last time we played, you saw me play was against the Spurs. This is probably almost like 10 games later, so. You know, we won all those games, so it wasn't much to show, though I was going to show the live com against the Nets. Next game I'm probably going to live com is going to be against the Chris Paul's Cavaliers. Yes, Chris Paul's on the Cavaliers. It's Brandon Bass passes out of a wide open shot for some reason here. I'll do that, and then I think right after that's the All-Star break, so I'll probably live com. I might live com the Rising Stars game. Since Denny is in his sophomore season, he's still eligible for a Rising Stars game, so I'll be in that one again. And then the All-Star game. I'll definitely live com the All-Star game. Maybe live com the All-Star game. And if I'm in the three-point contest, I'll live com that too, because it's more fun when you live com it. So we'll see how that goes. Live comment the 3-point contest. Hopefully he doesn't like break my rhythm or anything. But look at Eric Gordon trying to break Dragic. He's just dunking all over the guy. And look at him. He's starting to take over here. And when Eric Gordon starts taking over like that in the game, I mean, either him or Iggy do it in the fourth quarter. That's when I feel like we have the win secure, because I can't carry the team by myself. I mean, sometimes I can, but most of the time I need Eric Gordon to do stuff like that. And that's what he's doing today. And that's what's helping us get the victory here at home against the Suns. We're up by 12 here late in the game, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up here. Iguodala, he's just going to show you guys Iguodala is actually still on the team. He hasn't done much in this game, but he's still alive. And look at Eric Gordon. This is all about Eric Gordon this fourth quarter. He was having a little bit of a rough game, but then all of a sudden, he just decided to step up. Of course, I'm still knocking down my shots here and there. I had to be more aggressive in the second half, because I only had, like, what, 12 points in the first half? Not that much, but we ended up coming out with the win. So I'll catch you guys in the Wizards game in just a sec, but for now, we will head to the press conference.
Your teammates were raving about your overall level of play in tonight's win. Did you feel like your strong performance ultimately led the team to victory?
Every once in a while, there might be one part of my game that's not quite running at peak performance. But tonight, I was just firing on every cylinder, baby. I felt like I could do it all. More than I usually do even, and that's saying something. So yeah, I'd give myself a lot of credit for the win. Most players in this league only dream of playing at a level as high as I did.
Alright, and I'm back. We're at the Wizards. The Wizards are really good in 2K, as I showed in the game with live comms against them earlier this year. You see they're 28-16, one of the top teams in the pretty weak East, but still, they're pretty good nonetheless. And look at John Wall. They were describing John Wall all these great attributes, but did you know John Wall was a dingbat? He just walked into the backcourt willingly. I wasn't even putting pressure on the guy. All they did was put my hands up, and he just backed himself up. I guess that's just what happens when you play in Washington, man. That's just what happens. It happens to everybody. Even John Wall, as Eric Gordon pulls up that shot there. But anyways, next thing I want to talk about is the Miami Heat are going to the NBA Finals, and the Pacers are not. Due to one game, just one game, Game 7. I mean, sure, there was a whole series before that, and a bunch of stuff happened in that series, but it was one game, Game 7, and the Heat just took over Game 7. And pretty much show why they're the better team is because, you know, once they turn it up defensively like they did, and they don't let the Pacers shoot 50% by going into the paint, you know, that's just the kind of team they are. They just attack. You know that once they started demoralizing the Pacers defensively, they attack offensively. They put like George into foul trouble, Hibbert into foul trouble, and that was a wrap. That was a wrap. I think I said on Twitter, I was like, I actually thought the Pacers were gonna win Game 7. To be honest, I was like, the two things the Pacers needed was one, no one get into foul trouble because their bench is god awful. And two people got into foul trouble. And if you guys remember, once Paul George and Roy Hibbert left the floor in that second quarter, that's when the Heat started pulling away. That's when they went up by like 10 points. With like Bosh and Ray Allen knocking down threes and stuff like that. But the other thing I said was Paul George needed at least 15 points. And unfortunately for him, LeBron James had him locked up. Like locked up, straight up. Dude only got like 7 points total before he fouled out. So Paul George was locked up by LeBron. And then the third thing I didn't expect, the wild card, was Dwayne Wade deciding to, channel, well, his inner Dwayne Wade and not whatever the hell he was doing in the rest of the series. And it seems like he's only doing that for the closeout games. He did it against Game 5 against, the Bulls, and then he did it against Game 7 against the Pacers. Seems like he's just channeling himself in these closeout games, whenever the team needs him, I guess. I don't know why he decided to wait until Game 7, but, hey, they won the game, so you can't question it too much. They're going to the NBA Finals, If they win the championship, then that's only a footnote in the season. If they don't, then it's a big note in the season that Dwayne Wade was injured. Though I'm sure everybody will find a way to blame LeBron anyways. Because, LeBron probably injured Wade in practice and locked Chris Bosh up in a closet. And that's why Chris Bosh isn't playing well, Some random nonsense like that. But nonetheless, they're going to the finals to play the San Antonio Spurs. And by the way, before I get to the Spurs, some people got on me. I think the last time I did a video for 2K that was not live comp, I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat series went to 7 games. And some people, I think I said like the Heat were overrated or something. Not the greatest choice of words. Not the way I want to word it. But still, the way I meant to say is I didn't think I think the Pacers could stick around. And while the Pacers stuck around, some people were on me in the comment section like, this is the same Heat team that won 27 straight games and this and that and this and that. I'm like, yeah, but it's the postseason. And well, the postseason showed its true colors. This Brandon Bass is not all that. I've been trying to hype him up to be all that, but he's not all that. He just threw a bad turnover when he had an open shot. And here we're getting the foul trouble by a bad reach by me. I just wanted to go for the steal. And I forgot that the refs were against us, so they put Washington in the penalty for the second straight quarter. And that was kind of the story of this game. Washington had a lot of foul shots, and you could see earlier, they were up by as much as 13 points. So our winning streak, whatever, was in serious jeopardy in the first half. But Denny Tice was trying to will the Hornets back, bringing the lead to 5 points, and then getting a steal here. And right before the half ends, looking, I'm getting triple team. This is ridiculous. Someone has to be open. And I see the big guy in the paint, and he's able to lay that one in. And even though we're down 3, I feel like that's a good quarter for us because the Wizards played a really good game. They got a ton of shots at the foul line, so they got a bunch of easy points there. And, we were down 13, we're only down 3, and I feel like, we're right where we need to be. Cause I think if we could turn it up in the fourth quarter like we did against the Suns, we'll be good. If not, if the Wizards stay in the game, then we're kind of screwed. Look at this, like a lot of hot potato going on here, and then John Wall gets blocked, and then Nene gets the ball back. And that was the story of the third quarter. All of a sudden, the Wizards started channeling their offensive rebounding. Look at Nene, he can't finish that. Here comes Carl Landry, who starts, he came from Golden State from last season. So he's doing that. And then look at the Nate getting the steal. Had a guy wide open, but just too much height for me to pass out the double team. And then somebody laid it in. I'm not sure. I think it was Ariza got that. And look at Ariza trying to step back 3, trying to give them an 8-point lead. Instead, that starts a fast break for us. And look at the beautiful move I make. I make an inside move, make Trevor Ariza commit to Denny. And then at the last second, I pass it to Eric Gordon. He has a wide open layup there. So that's good. And look at John Wall turboing. It's like, the first half, I had him all right. But in the second half, I didn't want to waste so much energy covering John Wall because that would take away from my offense. And this is why I need that offense to come through and knock down these 3-pointers here. But John Wall was just turboing. So I had to give him some of that. I didn't want to, but sometimes you just have to. And here's why. I just got to knock down these shots, baby. 3 3-pointers in a row. I had a rough first half from behind the arc, but now I'm starting to light it up, going for 4 in a row, but I can't get it there. But look at Anthony Davis cleaning up the boards, but he can't get it. So it's a tie game here in the middle of the third quarter, and John Wall is turning on the Jets, and he takes it all the way. You see, I tried to body him up, but I don't know, that just happens sometimes in 2K13. You body him up, it doesn't matter. It's like when you play with LeBron James in this game. He just goes flying into the rim sometimes. You can stand in front of him, and he'll just, like, windmill over your face. I hate that stuff, man. I hate that stuff. But, anyways, LeBron James is not playing. We're playing against John Wall instead, and we just got to focus on this one game to get the victory. It's a tight game right now, heading to the fourth quarter. It's a 4-point game, and Denny has only sat for, like, 40 seconds. I sat for like 40 seconds in the second quarter, and that's it. And starting the fourth quarter, coach still does not put me on the bench. And with a close game like this, I probably won't be sitting down for the rest of this game. So that means I'm going to probably play 47 and like 47 minutes and 20 seconds in a 48-minute basketball game. Which means I'm probably going to be tired. I was tired at the end of the third quarter, hell. I mean, so I'm going to have to, and this is why I had to save my stamina, Had to save that stuff because coach decides to leave me out here. But it's all good because Eric Gordon is knocking down the shot. He wants to keep the winning streak alive. slowly as we get the winning streak up and up more, you start thinking about the highest winning streaks of all time. We're really close to the second highest, which is the Rockets. I know the Heat did it this year, but in my 2K, they didn't do it. So 27 is not the second highest. 22 is the second highest. And look at me. I'm trying to set up the alley-oop. Trying to set up the alley-oop. The alley-oop to Iggy. And hopefully that puts a wrap up on this game. But yeah, we're starting to think maybe we can get to that 33-game winning streak that Kareem's Lakers had with Kareem and Jerry West and all them. So hopefully we can do that. And this is a good start here. We put somebody in the air and we knocked down the three-pointer. 12-point lead, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. And we did take over in the fourth quarter. So I'm happy with the way this game went out because the Wizards are a tough team. I kind of did expect them to give us a tough game. Of course, they got helped on the free throw line a lot, but still, you know. They're a tough team. John Wall is a tough cover there, as you see. And look at Denny missing a free throw here. So, Wizards trying to make something miraculous happen. They're down by 7. This Peyton guy trying to force something up, but that's not going to go down. But then Vesely gets the rebound. They brought the backups in, and of course they got to call a foul, because why not? I got my 4th foul for standing in the lane. And then look at this. I'm trying to get the ball, and then John Wall steals it. Down by 6 to Vesely, who gets fouled and won. I don't think he got fouled. I think the referees are cheating. That's my personal opinion. But look at this. They're down by 4 with a chance to win the game, kind of. But John Wall cannot get that steal. I don't know why the hell I called for the ball. I probably should have never done it. I just didn't want Ed Davis shooting free throws. But I just shot the ball at the rim before I got fouled. I'm like, screw it, let's just get out of here. I'm putting the ball on the rim. I don't care if it lowered my field goal percentage or what the hell. Let's just get out of here with the win. That's what we did. And that'll wrap it up for this video. So hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe for more Denny Tice, 2K13, all that. Laugh at the foul, shooting differential, whatever. And I'll catch you guys next time as I take you to the press conference.
You've absolutely been on a scoring tear lately, dropping 20 or more points in 10 straight games. How have you been able to keep up that level of consistency for such a long stretch?
It's been pretty easy, really. I've always been a scorer, so I can't say that a streak like this comes as a surprise to me. Forget 10 in a row. I don't see why someone with my skill set can't come out and score 20 every single night. And I don't even want to just be 20 either. 30, 40, don't think that can't happen too.